And are you refreshed? Yes. Now what? You've been talking to each other, it's clear. So much more resolved than you know.
Thanks. This has been the best ever, as always, Asheville. So one of the things yesterday when you were talking about love, I wanted to check out some things and ask questions about that. Is the primary vibration of source love? And
you know how words are semantics, and one person can use a word and mean one thing, and another person can use a word and mean another thing. But the word love, to us, when we use the word, represents the highest form of vibration or the greatest absence of resistance. And so when you are in a state of utter non-resistance, meaning you are in a state of absolute allowance of all that you are, then you would be at your worthiest, and you would be at your friskiest, and you would be at your what you would consider to be the best of all of it. And that's what we would call love.
So what I got from that yesterday was the absolute beneficence of law of attraction. And that by the principle of love pervades the idea of matching. So law of attraction matches the positive and takes the bounce from the less than positive, so that in the end that is the positive too.
Well, law of attraction is responding to, in other words, every point of consciousness, whether it's a one-celled organism or a fully functioning, brilliant human mind, as the focus takes place, and so the vibration is isolated, so to speak, or accomplished, then law of attraction responds to that focused vibration and brings other vibrations like it to it.
But the light, it feels like there is this edge of beneficence in it, that the matching is always toward the good, the positive, the amazing, the lovely.
The reason for that, but that's not a discretion that law of attraction is making. That's because the dominant vibration is love.
Right.
So the dominant vibration will always win. That's that clarifying, purifying death experience that we talk about.
Yeah. That is so powerful to me, because it makes everything always works out for us, the only thing that is possible.
Yes. And think about why. Let's talk about why that is. We are really happy that you have so clearly come to that understanding, but let's talk about what it further means. That means that in what humans call the death experience, where there is a withdrawal of attention from physical, which is the only place that resistant thought dwells with any significance, then in the absence of that, there is the reemerging into the pure positive energy. And we're talking about the vortex in the same way. Quiet your mind, stop resistance, and allow law of attraction to bring you to your highest good. It always does, eventually. It's just that in your human form, you can be holdouts.
Yeah. But ultimately, we cannot.
Ultimately. And that's why looking at the big picture is that general thing that we're talking about. In other words, it's like It's like having an argument with someone you love, and when you focus on the specifics of it, you just dig in and you're sure you're right. But if you leave the specifics of it and go back to your general awareness of how you feel about that person, in that general, less specific, general, and therefore less resistant, you return to the love for that person that is natural.